Okay, hi everyone. Today is April 5th, 2025. I'm nirvgorilla, and we're going to do a reinstall of World of Warcraft Wrath of Lich King using Azerothcore. And we're going to start from scratch and just install it straight, following my guide. This is 2025, so we're going to do a little bit differently. The two things that we're going to do different, and I'm doing this because some people still have trouble installing it. We're going to use the Windows command window rather than PuTTY, and then we're going to use a dynamic IP instead of a static. Seems a lot of people have trouble with the static IP thing. But that's going to be the way we do it. We'll see how it kind of goes. I don't intend on editing this. It should be straight through, unedited. I'm just noticing people are still having trouble, so I guess we should probably get started here. We're still going to use VirtualBox, but again, you can use other things like Proxmox or whatever. So we're going to hit new, and I'm going to name this Azerothcore 2025. We're going to use a slightly different version of Encarta. We're going to use Debian. Let's see, apps. I haven't done this in a while, so I'm a little rusty myself. So we got Debian 12.10 now. Alright, we're going to do skip unintended installation. I'm going to choose the hardware. I'm going to choose, I don't know, around 8 gigs. When I recorded this video, I stupidly chose 26 CPUs, but that was stupid because it freezes up while you're compiling. So I went back to 16 and it worked just fine. Okay, settings. Just going to change a couple things here that aren't absolutely necessary. Although I do want to increase this. I want to put the network to bridged, not NAT, we want bridged. And we want to bridge it with our main internet connection. That means on our host machine, on our Windows machine here. So that's my Intel network card. My motherboard has 2 network cards. Yours might have 1 or more. Choose the network adapter that you're currently using on your host machine. I am going to uncheck this one and uncheck this one because I don't want those blocking my screen. Okay, and we're going to start this up. This is a Debian Linux here. Yeah, there's one guy who says he keeps getting stuck at, I think it's the bot generation or whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go to the second option, just regular install. I don't want a graphical install. Doesn't make a difference in what you install, it just looks different, and I like this original classic look. Yeah, I haven't done this in a while, and I haven't done it with this version, this new version of Debian. So hopefully it still works. I mean, with the people having trouble, it could be the software, it could be my guide. I don't know. I guess we're going to find out, aren't we? Well, I'm also using a new mic. This is some Rode NT USB Plus. I don't know if I like it. It doesn't sound that great. It sounds less clear than my previous mic, but it has a pop filter, so you shouldn't hear me pop my P's anymore. Alright, host name, I'm just going to name it Azerothcore. No root password, just hit enter here, and then just choose a username, and then put a password here. I've always put a simple password since it's a sandbox, since it's separated from my main gaming computer. That's what this is. I'm going to hit guided to use entire disk, and then I'm going to hit all files in one partition. Finish, and then write changes, yes. I'm just using my keyboard to move around. Alright, let me scroll down on my guide. Yeah, I made a couple changes that make it a little bit easier, because I've learned a little bit more about Linux since then. Alright, so after we install, we're going to be here. We're going to be at this screen here. And again, we're going to use Windows command right here instead of PuTTY. The thing is that I don't know if you have SSH installed, and you can find out by just typing SSH in your Windows command window. Let me show you how I got here. I hit my start, and I type CMD, and I press enter. That's the command prompt. And I'm going to type SSH enter. And this is what you should see. That means you have SSH installed. Okay. And if nothing comes up, then you don't have it, and I don't know how to install it. And if that's true and you don't have SSH installed in Windows, then you should use PuTTY, the original version that I did in my original video. So I'll just leave this window open. Type CLS to clear. I'll leave this window open. All right, I'm gonna hit no. Just gonna choose this, enter, 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 whatever. Yeah, Linux changes so much, things change so fast, that I'm constantly having to update my guide text file here in the background. This is what you should really use rather than the video. I just wanted to record video to see if it really blows up the way it happens for some people. All right, this is important. I'm using keyboard and my spacebar. Spacebar, down, spacebar, down, 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 spacebar. So you want the bottom two checked using the spacebar. And then when you're done here, I uncheck the first two and I check the bottom two. I hit tab, continue. Why did I do it that way? Well, because the top ones are for a desktop, like a Windows desktop. But we're not going to use Linux that way. We're going to use it as a terminal, so all of our computer power goes to our World of Warcraft server, which is going to be, of course, Wrath of the Lich King, Azerothcore. I don't think I'm going to install any modules this way for now, because I only have a couple hours left before I have to pick my girlfriend up at the airport. She always seems to be in another country. Okay, so I'm going to hit yes here for the grub bootloader. And then I'm going to go down and choose the hard drive, which is the second one. I apologize for the mic. I mean, it was 170 bucks, but it's either the quality we have now or use my old mic, which was the Blue Yeti. It might have sounded better, but it started to develop a bunch of static. So even if I didn't say anything at all, and I had all my little filters up for my background noise up, it still was just constant static. It sounded really bad. And I haven't really made a full video with this new mic yet, so I guess... Alright, we're going to hit continue here. And it should remove the media, the CD ISO from the drive. VirtualBox is pretty great like that. Alright, well, we got this big screen. I'm going to log in as nirvgorilla, that's the account I made, and then the password. Okay, so first thing I'll do is that sudo password. And it's going to change my root password, not my main password for my account here, Nirv. That just changed the root password. Now I'm going to log into the root account using su-. Okay, that worked. Okay, so let me get the IP here by typing IPA. And it looks like it's 192.168.1.188. So we'll type SSH root at, and then the IP, 192.168.1.188. And then you type the word yes. And then you type the password. Oh, wait, it's not going to log in this way. Let me start that over. CMD, SSH, nirv at the IP. So it has to be the username. I'm getting ahead of myself, I apologize. So let me zoom in a little bit. So yeah, SSH space your username at the IP address. And that should work, hopefully. There it is, the password. Alright. Okay, so we're in. Now I'm gonna log over to the root account by typing su space hyphen. Alright, I'm in root. So one thing I added here is this one, this sed command. So I'm gonna right click to paste it, enter. And now I should be able to log directly into root rather than having to log into Nirv. It just makes it easier. It's just kind of preemptive stuff. Let me type exit. I'm going to type CLS to clear it. I am not logged in yet, but let me type this to log back in. Instead, I'm going to change it to root. Okay, I'm going to log straight right into root, hopefully. Oh, okay, we're in. All right. Do this grub crap. We're going to change 1, 0. I really don't like this way of doing it. And then we're going to update grub. I just don't like Windows command. It's laggy to me. Why can't I type C? Oh, I guess I type clear here. You type CLS in Windows, but clear in Linux. And right now we're in Linux now, even though we're in a Windows command prompt, we're in Linux. Okay, we're going to do this apt install nettools. Although, you know, you don't need it if we're doing the dynamic IP, so I'm going to skip all this shit. We're just going to leave it dynamic IP. So we're going to skip down to actually installing things now. Here we go. Alright, we're doing app update. There we go. Sorry. Might be weird to new people, but... Alright, we're gonna do this. Git clone. I really want to know where people are getting stuck. Again, I haven't started from scratch here for 4 or 5 months at least. So maybe there is something there where people are getting stuck, but I'm going to find out if that's true. And if you have multiple routers or weird IP addresses, that's on you. You're going to have to figure out your networking, because some people's networking is very convoluted. I just have a modem and a router. Very simple. Okay, CD modules. Okay, then we're going to git clone here because we just changed directory to modules. And we're going to back up a directory with cd space ... If I can type. Okay, so right here we're going to install dependencies for Debian. There it goes. I hope that's big enough you can read it. Am I still recording? Hopefully. Okay, good. Yeah, the guy I talked to earlier today said he was going to stream his install attempt tonight. I think on Twitch or something. So after I'm done installing this, I'm going to have to go take a look at that, I guess. Okay, that's done. We're going to CD. Well, I guess we're already there, huh? Install dependencies. Okay, this is going to install the Azerothcore dependencies. That's what that sh file is. It's a script. And then we're going to compile it, and that's going to take a while. So we'll see. Now it's installing MySQL instead of MariaDB like it used to. So if you're still on MariaDB, you might have trouble because MariaDB is no longer supported in Azerothcore, which is why that dependencies file now switched over to MySQL. But it should do that if you install from scratch. And if you do have a current install and you're having trouble installing MySQL, you should probably back up your characters and crap. You can do that with GM commands, and then maybe reinstall from scratch and then import them again into your account. That seems to be pretty easy, to back up your characters using the GM commands. Okay, it looks like... Okay. So it looks like I passed the error. I got beyond it. And that was because I guess I set my processors too high. I dropped it down to 16. I was up there pretty high. And I guess that might have been why. Shit. Probably want to skip to the end. I had to drop it to 16 CPUs only. Okay, our binaries are being built. All right, there it goes, done. All right, we're going to edit the SQL config at the very bottom. And we're going to add these two lines, save it, and then we're going to restart MySQL. Okay, and then we're going to create this MySQL user. All right, we're in. We're going to copy all this, and we're going to paste all that, and then we're going to exit. Okay, we're going to change directory, then we're going to do the client data, and this is going to download the client data. And as you can see, it's downloading. Isn't that crazy? We're downloading in a command prompt. It's not even a UI. It's not even a GUI. It's a black computer terminal. We're downloading this stuff into it. Yep. Welcome to computers. It's kind of slow, but whatever. It's getting it from GitHub. Unzipping the file. Come on, it's slow ass, frickin' slow. Of course, if you have the file already on your computer, you can extract it yourself and not have to re-download it. But let's copy a couple configs. Change directory again. We're going to run the auth server. Okay, type yes. And as that's going, I'm going to open another CMD. SSH root at 192.168.1.188. And as that's going, we're going to CD again. Oops, I forget that. Okay, and then we're going to run this at the same time. What the hell am I doing? There, we're going to run the server and the auth server at the same time. So now it's running both. So we got a window here that's running, and we got a window here that's starting up. This only have to be done once, and then you can go back to one window. I'll show you what I mean. This takes a little bit after it gets started. Type yes. Just so you know, it actually froze on this screen, waiting for 560 characters loading into database. So I just spammed Control-Z on my keyboard a few times and Control-C, and I press Up-Enter to try the command again, and it worked on the second time. I'm going to hit stop, and then I'm going to run it again and just see. There it is. Okay. Server info. It's up. It's up right now. I think I can connect to it. Should I try? Let's see. That's vanilla. Village King. Data. Realm list. And we're going to change it to 192.168.1.188. Okay. Now I don't have an account here yet, but let's just load it up and see. Yeah, it's not going to authenticate. So I guess I should probably quick make an account then, huh? Here we go. I'm going to open up another command window just for the hell of it. State root at 192.168.1.188. Okay. This is a remote connection for MySQL, but whatever. Okay, so we're not going to shut down. We're going to do this. Auth and then 168.1.188. You got to do this or you can't connect. Okay. So this is for internet play. If you're going to open it to the internet, you got to do this one here. But we're not right now. We're going to skip that. We're going to go here. We're going to change the name of it. Okay, exit. Just change the name of the realm right there. Okay, now we're going to make a script. And here's the script. We're going to start from here all the way here. Okay. And then we're going to add some aliases right here at the very bottom. Okay, save it. Okay. Now we're going to type the word stop, and these other windows should stop right here. So let me open up just to show you. So this is the server running right here. This is the actual world server, and this is the auth server. So when I type stop over here, it's going to stop both of them. Okay, maybe not. Let me exit out of here. Exit. Now let me type start. And then wow, okay, there it is. All right, now we're in tmux, which allows you to have 2 windows or more on one Linux machine. So if I type the word wow, and I hold Control, hit B, and then let go, and then hit the letter S, you can see I'm switching between the 2 windows. Hold Control, B, let go, and then press S. There you go. There's the world server. So if you type server info, you can see that it's up. And I should be able to connect now. I have to make an account though. So let's make an account. I'll create one called nirvbanana, and I'll paste that in right here. And then I'll set the GM level. So now I can log in with nirvbanana. There I'm in. Look at how easy that was. I can see who is online, 51. Beautiful, huh?
Oh, I'm dancing again. I hope all your friends are enjoying the show. I think the guys just use the Emerald Dream as an excuse to avoid telling you that.
Cool. And then you can just close this window as it's running. and it's still running. It didn't close your server, you're still running it. So that's it, right? Yeah. I mean, I guess you can edit the config and all that stuff, but it's running. All right, cool. Bye.